seconds.
Wow.
Hey folks, let me turn you around here. I'm painting at a beautiful home somewhere in the mountains. And doing a watercolor tonight. Yahoo!
I love watercolor. So you guys
Fun.
keep
So I
painting
understand
with,
y'all are dear friends.
Oh,
of these
really?
People.
yeah.
How fun.
You know the series.
Do I?
I can't imagine you don't. With the Green connection.
Really? They come to
Yeah.
Greens?
They're good friends of the Greens. They actually, Tom came to Christ at Solo.
No kidding.
Yeah, so you've got to have crossed paths with him
You
at
would
some
think.
point.
Yeah, I
I
think we
mean,
have.
he was friends with Chuck and all that. I
kidding.
mean, maybe when you see him, you'll say,
fun.
oh, that's the guy.
Yeah. Probably I will. Have fun. Good.
Okay. Okay, let me.
So, am I on? I am on. Let me bring it a little closer. I am doing what I call a watercolor sketch that relieves me of the pressure of having to do a, fine art, watercolor Society of America. I can use opaque if I want to. I can use pen and ink if I want to. I don't know if I will. But the one thing that is for sure is that in this technique, I start out with watercolor pencils, as you see me doing here. Back in January, some of you were following me back then. Back in January, I did a sort of a side-by-side test online on Facebook, and I did one traditional classic watercolor rendering of a beautiful house. And then I did one of my, what I call a watercolor sketch, which means I use these pencils and so forth. And I asked people to vote on which one they liked best. And the vote was divided nearly right down the line, 50-50. So that was encouraging to me, because the watercolor sketch technique that I'm doing right now is about 3 times faster than traditional watercolor. So I was quite happy to see that there was no appreciable difference. Just as many people liked my watercolor sketch technique as my traditional watercolor. So that was, as I said, very encouraging, gave me the confidence to continue. This is a technique that I invented myself. And what you see me doing is the first sketch, and I've got some really bad shadows happening on there right now. The first sketch I did was in yellow pencil, where I'm just trying to get the most vague compositional outline, compositional structure in place. And then the second color I'm doing, it doesn't always have to be these colors, but this is the most common. Then the second color I'm doing is right now orange. So the funny thing is, as soon as you come in with a darker color, a darker pencil, the lighter pencil virtually disappears. So now that I've got orange lines on this paper, you hardly even notice the yellow lines. By the way, you can do the same thing in acrylics or oil painting. You can do the same principle. And so the next color I'm going to do will either be red and so on. So each color will get darker, darker, and darker, till by the time I've done the drawing, 4, 5, or 6 times, it's pretty locked in. It's a good drawing. And then the fun part is, then we start doing the watercolor on top of this. All of these colors meld up into the image, which really creates a very nice effect. So the technique does 2 things. Helps me accomplish the drawing very quickly. Pardon? It gets the drawing done very quickly, and it also creates a unified palette when the whole painting is finished, because I'm using the same color throughout the entire palette. Okay? There's a lot going on here. I'm going to turn you off now because people need to talk to me about business. Thanks for watching. I'll be back in a little while.